What's up, people? Today I want to talk about the usage of a bodybuilding prep coach and whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, whether it's necessary or not. First off, I want to go back and talk about my first competition that I prepared for. Nobody actually wanted to help me. And when I say nobody, I truly mean nobody. So I had to learn a lot of things on my own and going through trial and error. And, even though it was frustrating, now that I look back on it, I could really say that I appreciate the fact that nobody wanted to help me because I was forced to learn my own body. And when I say I'm forced to learn my own body, when I would go through the process of trying to figure out the right diet, and when I say I went through trial and error, I had to say, okay, I know that this doesn't work, so let me try this. That's not working either. So let me try this over here. And boom, it finally works. And the thing is, if you never take the time out to actually learn your body and always rely on the prep coach, then eventually that prep coach isn't going to be there. And hell, if he's not there then you won't know how to prepare for it yourself. So saying that, I do believe that prep coaches are helpful, but you got to use them as a tool just like you use your food. When you get a prep coach, you try to digest as much knowledge as possible from this person. And then eventually you should be able to get the hang of it and branch off and do your own thing because you got the help from a professional. Okay, now that I've gained that knowledge, I should be able to take it over here and I shouldn't need them anymore. Unless you're a IFBB pro or making a living off bodybuilding, then hell yeah, you might want to get a prep coach because now this is your livelihood on the line. But for the average guys like me or women like me, at least the first competition, do your own prep. Do your own prep. Find out what works for you because when you do decide to go and talk to this contest prep coach, now you could bypass a whole bunch of other things and you could let them know that your different experiences of trying to do it on your own. So instead of him trying to come up with a diet because he has no idea how your body responds, now he could create something that's tailored for you in particular because you already went through the trial and error and you know what works for you and what doesn't. And to be honest, in my opinion, for me, when I was able to do it on my own, when I look back on it, that makes me even more proud of it. Because me learning how to do it on my own, I was actually able to help other people, and they were actually able to help other people after that. So let's stop relying so much on quote-unquote gurus, bodybuilding gurus. I really don't believe in that. For the most part, if you're not a famous person, you're most likely going to get some cookie-cutter diet. And when I say a cookie-cutter diet, for people that don't know what that means, a basic diet that trainers or fitness gurus give to everybody. Now, they're professional athletes that they train. Yeah, they might go into specifics with them because that's truly their bread and butter. But when it comes to somebody like me, most likely I'm just going to get that same diet that you gave to the next man that came before me. And is that really helping you? Obviously, it's not. But if you already know your body and a person tries to give you this cookie-cutter generic diet, you could go ahead and catch on to it that maybe I don't need this. But hell, my first diet, I tried to do keto or the Atkins diet and really didn't know what the hell I was doing. So on a regular basis, I was eating fried chicken and mozzarella sticks. Fried chicken and mozzarella sticks because I thought that, okay, any type of meat or dairy product that doesn't have carbs in it, that should help me get leaner. And honestly, I did get leaner. I went from 270 to 169 within a year span for my first competition. And I know that shit is not healthy, but that's just what the fuck it was. So I was able to bypass that. And luckily, my first show was a non-tested show. And the competition wasn't as deep as it is in the NPC show. So, I had a good bit of success when it came to my first competition, whereas I won the novice and my open weight class in the Carolina Supernatural in Greenville. But I would always, because I never had the money to be able to pay a fitness coach. And hell, I knew that if I wanted this bad enough, I needed to figure it out on my own. When I first started, I hadn't seen any bodybuilders in person. The only bodybuilder that I knew was in the same town as me and was in that same gym, you know, small gyms in a small town. So I actually looked up to this guy and respected him. And when I would always try to ask him for advice, you know, he would always want to charge me, and I literally didn't have the money for it. So once that happened, at that point I didn't want to give anybody the satisfaction of me thinking that, or them thinking that I needed them for prep. So me having the chip on my shoulder, I had the motivation to actually go out there and get it myself. And with me doing that, I'm able to pass on a lot of knowledge for different people, because a lot of things I actually tried and I could tell you, okay, it was BS for me, so it may not be good for you. So hell, when you first getting started, just start off with basics. Try something, see how your body responds to it after 2 weeks or maybe a month. Then try something new. That's why I tell a lot of people, you know, to make sure you give yourself enough time for your competition prep, because you don't know whether something may work, because even though you did it last year, it may not work the same this year. So you need to have the knowledge to be able to jump to something else if you see that this isn't working anymore. Well, yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'm out.